Welcome to a new episode of Lake Forest Community High School District 115's video series, Under the Hard Hat. We created this series to educate the Lake Forest, Lake Bluff, and Nolan communities about the ongoing progress of the April 2023 referendum. In this episode, I'm joined again by Dan Mortensen, Director of Facilities for Lake Forest School Districts 67 and 115, as well as Nick Kosek, Project Executive at Pepper Construction. With the new school year just around the corner, I came back to Lake Forest High School in late July to see all the progress that's been made during the summer's enabling phase. That's all happening now on Under the Hard Hat. Hey, good morning, guys. What have the crews been up to since the last time we were here in the last episode?
Well, since the last time we were here, all of the areas that we've seen in the prior episode are still under construction. We are just pivoting more towards the finishes in all the spaces.
We've had a lot more contractors come on board with us, but a lot of these trades are finished trades. So you're gonna see a lot of painting, ceilings going in, flooring is going down, mechanical trades turning on their air conditioning equipment and getting prepped for school.
Would you like to go and take a look?
I would love to. Right now, we're in the West Commons Security Vestibule. Could you explain the changes that are going to be happening here?
Sure. In the West Commons Security Vestibule here, we have some upgrades. Prior to this, if you remember from last school year, the security officer sat outside in the vestibule. We are taking that desk, moving it behind a secure window here. You can see it's a very large opening, so they have a great view and line of sight for anybody visiting the facility.
And over the next 2 weeks, you'll see the security window come in. We'll get that installed, as well as the new desk and all the low voltage controls that will help with the security functions.
All right, sounds good. Let's move on to the restrooms. Now, last time we were here, this was all just open space with pipes laying around. Now, we have full walls and tiles laid down.
Yeah, a lot of work has taken place between the last episode and now. You can see strand of tile going down on the floors and the walls, bathroom fixtures going in, paint on the walls, and everything getting ready for the start of school. From the start of construction, we've averaged about 50 workers on site every day, which equates to about 10,000 hours spent on the job to date.
All right, then let's head on to the next location. This room doesn't look anything like it did during the school year or our last episode. What is this room here?
So this area here was the old photo lab, graphic arts lab. It's being converted into 3 flexible classrooms. These classrooms will be used by the school to allow for us to continue construction next spring. So in phase 1 of our project, we will need additional classrooms to take classes from, say, English or world language, move them down here to remodel those classes during the school year.
And as you can see, we got flooring that's finished up in this room. Painting will start in the next couple of days. New ceiling and lights.
This will have the technology that everybody needs like you would in a normal classroom. For a temporary space, they're going to be great classrooms.
All right, now let's move on to our next space. I think this used to be the old drama room during the school year.
That's correct. It was used for drama. Now we are currently standing in the new graphic arts lab. Adjacent to us to the right is going to be the new photo lab, and adjacent to that is going to be the new arts departmental office.
Because these fine arts are very specialized, is there going to be any special instruments that are being moved up here?
We've made a lot of concessions to make sure some of the specialized equipment can fit through doorways and the hallways to get it in here.
All right, that sounds great. Let's head on to the next space.
All right, Evan, so this space here is going to be our new arts department faculty office. Previously, some of our staff members are kind of scattered throughout the building. This hub here will bring everybody together so we have a little bit more collaboration on the staff side of things.
Cool.
To date, we've pulled out about 65 20 cubic yard dumpsters worth of demo debris, cut off material. Right now, we're tracking about 80% of that's been diverted from landfills to recycling centers.
That sounds cool. Let's head on to the next space.
All right, Evan, here we are in our second floor restrooms.
I've noticed all of these restrooms look pretty different from each other.
So the lower level restrooms we started a week before school was out. So as you saw downstairs, we were putting tile in there, tile on the walls, flooring, fixtures were going up. First floor is a little bit behind that, and then now we're on the second floor and it's a little further behind that. So what'll happen is those trade packages will slowly work their way up. Lower level, first floor, second floor.
For the 3 floors, there's probably about 68 fixtures total that are going to be newly installed. That'll include sinks, faucets, toilets, urinals.
Yeah, and another nice feature to all these restrooms is that with everything being new, we will be fully ADA compliant as well.
Pretty cool. Now let's head on to the new space.
All right.
Believe it or not, back in the school year, these were the old science labs, although you can barely tell now. And when we were here in the last episode, it was all open. Could you explain how these rooms have been divided and what they are?
Sure. These are going to be 2 flexible classroom spaces. We are going to have a couple test features in here that staff and the students are going to be able to try out. For instance, there's a collaboration room behind me. This is where a small group of students, 6 or 8 students, can break out from the classroom in quiet. They can still be visually seen by the teacher. The room that we're in now with the collaboration room is a mirrored image on the other side. So we'll have 2 spaces that look a little bit different, just to kind of see what everybody likes as far as finishes go. And we'll solicit feedback from all of the different features in here to help us better target finishes for future classroom renovations in the future phases.
You want to move on to the next space?
Let's go.
Wow, a lot has changed since the last time we were in here.
Yeah, a lot of the framing, and as you can see, the drywall's up. We're finishing all of that. We'll get a painter in here in the next couple of days, and then we'll finish up with flooring and cleaning.
And then can you remind me what this space is?
Sure, this is going to be our new IT help desk for students and staff. It's directly adjacent to the EdTech space here up on the 2nd floor of the library, west side of the library. It's a great location where it's kind of a one-stop shop. If they can't take care of you here, you can walk through the door and get help from the EdTech side or come back over here. Something else to note is what we're doing behind the scenes to continue our progress even though summer's coming to an end. We're working on our phase 1 documents. So construction documents are being completed. In the month of September, we will go out to the public for bidding. The Board of Education, we'll see those bids in the November, December meeting. We will then award those contracts and we will start our phase 1 work approximately spring break of next year.
Thanks to Dan Mortensen and Nick Kosek, and make sure to tune in for the next episode of Under the Hard Hat.